March 27, 1977, Los Rodeos Airport, Tenerife. A suffocating fog covers the runway. Visibility is near zero. Two Boeing 747s KLM Flight 4805 and Pan Am Flight 1736 wait unseen by each other, separated by a wall of mist. Hundreds of lives are suspended in this eerie silence. Suddenly, the KLM jet's engines thunder to life. Captain Van Zanten, KLM's chief instructor, pushes the throttles forward. The plane surges into the fog. Passengers brace for takeoff, unaware of the danger ahead. On the same runway, Pan Am 1736 is taxiing, its crew struggling to find the exit in the blinding fog. Captain Grubbs listens to the growing roar. He can't see the other plane, but he can hear it. The sound grows, a terrifying, invisible force. In the Pan Am cockpit, dread sets in. The other plane isn't waiting, it's coming. The crew shouts a desperate warning into the radio. Out of the mist, the KLM's landing lights appear, racing toward them. Both crews realize the horror. They're on a collision course. Time slows. The KLM pilot yanks the yoke, trying to climb over the Pan Am jet, but physics is unforgiving. The two giants are seconds from disaster. The KLM jet lifts, but not enough. The Pan Am crew tries to turn off, but it's too late. The impact is inevitable. In the fog, two titans of the sky are about to collide. The world's deadliest aviation disaster is seconds away. The silence of the fog is shattered forever. Hundreds of lives hang in the balance. The tragedy of Tenerife is about to unfold. The day before, two flights begin on opposite sides of the world. In Amsterdam, KLM 4805 boards with Dutch tourists, led by Captain Van Zanten, the airline's top instructor. Their flight is smooth, routine, bound for the sun. In Los Angeles, Pan Am 1736 boards mostly American retirees, excited for a Mediterranean cruise. Captain Grubbs, a veteran pilot, leads the crew. Both flights are uneventful, bound for Gran Canaria Airport. Passengers relax, read, and dream of paradise. No one suspects their journeys will intersect in tragedy. The two 747s, marvels of engineering, are the safest way to travel, or so everyone believes. Their paths, set by fate, are converging on Tenerife. The mood is light, the future bright. On board, laughter and anticipation fill the cabins. But destiny has other plans. Two flights, two crews, hundreds of lives, all heading for a single fateful point. The world's worst aviation disaster is set in motion. The passengers are blissfully unaware. Their destinies are about to collide. Disaster begins not in the air, but on the ground. A terrorist bomb explodes at Las Palmas Airport, forcing its closure. All incoming flights, including KLM and Pan Am, are diverted to tiny Los Rodeos Airport on Tenerife. Los Rodeos is overwhelmed. One runway, limited taxiways, and now a parking lot of jumbo jets. Pan Am lands first, blocking the main taxiway. KLM lands next, parking behind Pan Am, trapping both planes. Frustration grows as passengers wait on board for hours. Captain Van Zanten, worried about crew duty limits, decides to refuel in Tenerife, adding delay and thousands of gallons of fuel. As KLM refuels, Las Palmas reopens. The bomb threat was a hoax, but now, Pan Am is stuck behind the KLM jet. The airport is gridlocked. Tensions rise in both cockpits. The stage is set for confusion and disaster. A series of small decisions and bad luck have created a perfect storm. The dominoes are falling. The world's deadliest aviation accident is now a matter of time. No one realizes how close they are to catastrophe. The chain of events is unstoppable. As KLM finishes refueling, a thick fog rolls in, blinding the airport. Controllers can't see the planes. They rely on radio and outdated diagrams. Los Rodeos has no ground radar. The frequency is jammed with overlapping transmissions. Critical instructions are lost in the noise. Pilots and controllers struggle with language barriers and mounting stress. Both 747s must backtaxi down the runway. Pan Am is told to exit at taxiway C3, but in the fog, they miss it. The taxiways are unmarked, the layout confusing. Pan Am continues, searching for the next exit. KLM waits, anxious to depart. Both crews are blind, operating on assumptions. The fog is thick, the pressure immense. Disaster is closing in. In the KLM cockpit, Captain Van Zanten receives his route clearance, not a takeoff clearance. The first officer reads it back, ending with, "We are now at takeoff." The controller replies, "Okay, stand by for takeoff, I will call you." But at that moment, Pan Am transmits, "We're still taxiing down the runway." The two transmissions overlap, creating a squeal. KLM misses the crucial standby instruction. The KLM flight engineer questions if Pan Am is clear. Van Zanten insists, "Oh yes." He believes the runway is clear. The cockpit hierarchy is unchallenged. Van Zanten pushes the throttles forward. The KLM jet accelerates into the fog, heavy with fuel. Pan Am is still on the runway, unseen. In the Pan Am cockpit, the roar grows louder. Suddenly they realize the KLM jet is coming straight at them. Panic erupts. Both crews act in the final seconds. But the misunderstanding is fatal. The collision is now inevitable. The world's deadliest aviation disaster is seconds away. There is no turning back. Pan Am desperately tries to turn off the runway as KLM's landing lights burst through the fog. Captain Grubb shouts, "There he is!" and slams the throttles, trying to escape. The massive jet lurches, but it's too slow. In the KLM cockpit, Van Zanten sees the Pan Am jet and yanks the controls, trying to leap over it. The KLM's tail scrapes the runway, sparks flying. The 747 lifts, but not enough. The KLM's landing gear and engines tear through Pan Am's fuselage. The KLM jet crashes down, skids, and erupts in a fireball. All 248 aboard KLM perish instantly. On Pan Am, fire and chaos erupt, but the left side remains intact. Survivors scramble out, leaping from the wing to the ground. Emergency crews, blinded by fog, are slow to respond. The scale of the disaster is not yet understood. The runway is a scene of devastation. The world's worst aviation accident has just occurred. The aftermath is horror, burning wreckage, smoke, and confusion. Firefighters focus on KLM, unaware Pan Am survivors need help. Of 396 on Pan Am, 61 escape, 9 later die. In total, 583 lives are lost. The deadliest accident in aviation history. Investigators from 3 nations piece together the tragedy, the cause human error, miscommunication, and fog. KLM's premature takeoff, radio interference, and ambiguous language all played a role. The disaster forces sweeping changes, crew resource management is born, empowering crews to challenge authority. Standardized, clear phraseology becomes mandatory. Ground radar is installed at major airports. The lessons of Tenerife are written in fire and paid for in lives. Today, every safe flight is a legacy of those lost. Their tragedy changed aviation forever.